Two people got into a cab. It was raining heavily, or maybe it wasn't, but the streets were shining black and wet. As the car picked up speed, a woman trying to see out of the window to get some idea of where they were. But at night in a foreign city, in a blur of stone facades, broken by flashes of white light, fractured by rivulets of water running up and down the windows, nothing was clear, except that the big bad city isn't so bad as the fashion magazines would like it to be. Maybe it used to be, or maybe it never was. It was a velour-lined English taxi, one of those dove-gray wombs. No, it wasn't. It couldn't have been. It had to be a four-door Mercedes sedan. Cold, hard, plastic covers on the seats. Moving fast through wet streets, assaulted from all directions by glare, searing cold flashes in the unknown darkness. She retreated into the seat, shrink-wrapped in artificial intelligence, to observe the sensation of leaden fatalism as it spread itself like a drug through her body. His eyelids were too heavy for him, the head unsteady on its neck, the spine deserted by the muscles, having a hard time holding up the skull, able to do so only by balancing it at the top of the vertebrae column, like a Chinese acrobat balances a large earthenware urn on his forehead. It occurred to her that if the neck lost its balance, his head would fall off. This, she thought, would be interesting. She waited for it. Robotics. She lifted the right hand and directed it to travel out into the void between them. The hand hesitated, daring to accuse her of manipulative cunning. Then, reluctantly, it did as ordered. She watched it move through space. A lunar vehicle, it came to rest on the left side of his head. Then, faithful little servant that it was, how could she have considered cutting it off? It sent back the following sense data. The hair is extremely fine, making overall a soft surface. Dry, cool, pleasant. The touch was not effective. Far from conveying warmth, it was as remote, as pale, as lifeless as its object. He leaned across the chasm, his head moving towards her until his lips landed gently on the bone line of her cheek. Attic marble in the British Museum. A kiss, inarticulate, and a lie in its chastity. The man opened the door and got out of the car. In an instant, he vanished in the rain, the reflections, the light, and the night. The taxi drove on. What's the matter? Probably nothing.